Are you pointing out things on the
Well, we're
chart?
going to take this right here and we're going to put a Corvette motor in here. We're going to put a Chevrolet 572 in here. We're going to go to a big block 427 here, and we're going to put a Corvair engine in this one over here.
Oh, and will that be like
what we're going to do is we're going to send this airplane to Ukraine because they said they need some. It's such a stalemate over there. All they're doing is throwing airplanes at each other with bombs on it. Nobody's doing anything. It's just me. That's not a war. I get it. People are dying, and I don't like that. But anytime you go to war, I go to war. I go to the death.
What's happening, guys? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good start to your week. It's been hot here and raining.
Oh,
and
yeah, nasty. What about Aaron?
Now we've got Aaron off the coast. That's
is it going up now, or is it going to come towards us?
Well, I think it's going to stay right off the coast, which we're still going to feel winds and probably rain from it for the next several days. Of course, that's what we're used to here. We just can't buy good weather around here anymore. And this is
Sunday was good. It was hot.
Well, it was hot as Hades. So that was the thing.
It's always hot in Hades.
But hope you guys are having good weather where you are. It's we're about ready for some good weather and some fall, man. I'm ready to fly something. But it is what it is, and what do you do about it? But hope you guys are having a great start to your week. Tomorrow's hump day, so we're halfway through another one, so that'll be great.
Tomorrow is hump day.
It is. It definitely is.
Without the hump.
Yeah, without the hump. I got a dry hump, maybe. I don't know.
But just put sandpaper on your leg. I'll take care of that.
Hey, if you like sin to you, just let him have at it till he's done. You know what I mean?
That's your other challenge.
But with that, guys, Wayne's sitting here. This is actually a painting that I've done for Mr. Tomas over at Legend Hobby. This is going to be for a tool cart that he sent me and wanted me to airbrush this B-17 with the Thunderbird scheme on it for the big fly-in that they have coming up in September. And of course, we've got Mr. Randy Larson hanging out in the wings waiting for us tonight, and he's going to be talking about that as well and telling about his experiences and what's to come. And
there we go. Got no circle glare.
Yeah, well, you got to have glare, that ring of death.
I got plenty of that from the wife, but I don't need it on the show.
But yeah, this is all airbrushed, hand drawn. And it's taken me a minute to get it all done. Yeah, he supervised. But Thomas sent me a picture of what he wanted, and I said, well, I'll try my best to replicate it. And,
I couldn't do that.
From an actual photo, I had to really look at it and draw this thing and get it done. And I hope he'll be happy with it. Like I said, it is what it is. So, but you
got a marker?
No. But anyway, with that, guys, like I said, we're looking forward to having Randy in here tonight. And if you guys got any questions about the upcoming event, please feel free to chime in, and we're going to see how he's doing. So without further ado, let me bring him in here, the man, the myth. Boom, there he is. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, man, you pulled the miracle of the century.
Good. I'll tell you what, Jeff, Wayne, good to see y'all. Thank y'all for bringing me on again.
Hey, man.
Is it me, or are you getting better looking?
Well, when you reach 58.
58?
Oh, he's a baby, man. He's a baby.
Can you believe that?
And
that's the funny thing. Everybody I fly with makes fun of me and says, you're such a young punk at 58.
Yeah. Exactly, man.
Yeah, I just got laughed at myself over the weekend.
Yeah, he just turned, 61?
Wow.
Well, if you count the 9 months I cooked, I'd be 61.
Yeah, and I just turned 59. So, he's the senior of all of us sitting in here tonight.
I get those discounts.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We're 1 year away from Social Security if you want it that early.
Yeah.
I don't have any security, and I don't have any social, so I'm out.
Yeah. How have you been?
I've been great, man. We've been having an absolute blast this past weekend. A lot of the Texas Warbird Thunder guys that I fly with, we were all in Shreveport, Louisiana for the Big Sharks Warbird event that they had, and just had a fantastic time. Terry Monroe and his whole crew there, they put on a phenomenal show every August, and Temperatures, of course, 100+ degrees with the humidity. It was raining upward, but we had a ball. That was a fan. I got there on Thursday morning and flew through Saturday, and it was a fantastic event. Great turnout.
What did you fly? What did you fly?
I actually, behind me, the P-51 that I have here,
Wow.
I was going to tell you all a little bit about that plane. This is, I'm willing to bet this is probably the oldest surviving top flight ARF in existence. This ARF P-51 is 26 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I've had it for 26 years, and it's not the big, beautiful doll. If you look at it a little closer, this is actually, I changed the name on it. The guy that taught me how to fly, I call, let me see if I can get it on there. I call the plane Big Beautiful Lloyd.
Big Beautiful Lloyd.
And that's the guy that taught me to fly almost 40 years ago.
Not Christopher
He passed
Lloyd.
away now. But that plane, until about 2 years ago, had the original G62 in it. That was also
with a spring start.
It didn't have a spring start, but the weird thing about it, the cup on the back of the motor had a tag on it that said "Made in Canada," but it's a Japanese engine. That's kind of weird.
And that had the old Magneto.
It is
Magneto on the front.
Magneto on the front. And the funny thing about 2 years ago, I was flying at our local field. The engine, the firewall came loose and the engine came off. It went sailing about 200 yards across the street and into a cattle field. And the airplane, I'm still trying to fly the darn thing and hit the top of the cedar tree. And it took me this long to put it back together, and that was the first event it's been to in 2 years.
Wow.
I've never been easy on this plane. I've flown the wings off of it, man.
I've done that.
Had a hard life.
Yeah, I've done plenty of those.
That's nice. I love a Mustang anyway. So what's the wingspan on it?
That one's an 85.
Wow, that's nice.
It's an 85 inch. It's the fifth scale P-51, and it's still got all the old servos in it from 26 years ago, the Futaba 3010s.
Oh man, that's old. I thought you might have some craft servos in that.
It's crazy, and it flies beautiful. That airplane.
What do you got for power?
I'm sorry?
What do you got for power in it?
The motor?
Yeah.
Is it a G62? Is it no?
Oh, so you have a newer G62 or the old one?
Yeah. We put another G62 in it that came from my buddy Greg Yancey. He was upset that I wrecked the plane, and I did some stuff for him, and he gave me a brand new G62. He says, "Here, put this on there." So it's got
nice,
and it's flying good. It's flying really good. Had a great time. I took it, and then the Corsair that's in the background over here. That's an old Top Flight. It's a kit-built Corsair that my buddy Jimmy Two Rags White. Me and him hang out a lot together. And why they call him Two Rags is because if you ever watch him walking around, he's got a rag hanging out of both front pockets. And he had that plane at his house, and that he asked me to fly it for him at a little get together. And I was coming in for a landing too hot, and I was going to throttle up and go around, hit the throttle. The engine died, but the field we were flying at the end of the runway, it empties off into a lake.
Oh Lord!
So guess where it ended up?
In the lake.
In the lake, and that's why I nicknamed that plane Puddle Jumper. So it's but it's still flying. It's doing good. Had to change.
So you actually fished it out of the lake.
Had to fish it out of the lake. That darn thing. But we had such a good time. There was a great crowd, a great crew. If you're ever in Texas during August, in Louisiana, it's at Shreveport, Louisiana in August. Go to the Sharks Warbird event it's a Warbird and scale event, and it is fantastic. Terry Monroe runs it, and him and his crew put on a great show. Good show to go to.
How many pilots did you have?
At last count, I think I didn't go up to see the final. Was it 50 some odd pilots? Almost. It may have been more than that before I looked at it.
Yeah.
It may have been more like 60 plus. I didn't catch the last end of it. I was too busy out flying and having fun and chasing people around and just having a great time.
Did you say chasing women?
No.
Oh, she must be home. She must be home. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, just chasing around all the other guys. We had a great time. There was a lot of crashes at this event. I saw.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask that if there's any mishaps.
if you look at the field there at the Sharks Club in Louisiana, what's crazy is when you're standing on the flight line. On the other side of the flight line, there is a man-made lake. They dug it out to use the dirt to build overpasses in Louisiana. Well, that huge lake, I can't tell you how many planes I've seen splash in there. And this past weekend, I saw 2 or 3 of them go into that lake too. They've got a boat set up to run out there and get them. And that
Wow.
it didn't disappoint. That one always claims a few every event.
There's a Mitch Cormier on here said that he had the Top Flight P-51 for 25 years and just pulled it out of the box for the first time 6 months ago.
Well, I tell you what, he is really lucky because this plane, I have flown it everywhere. I mean, this plane been, I mean, every event that I've been to, and I've never been gentle with it. I've tried to beat it up, and it still keeps flying.
So you manhandle everything?
I do this little fun little deal when I come into land, my kind of signature landing deal. I'll come at the runway, gear down, flaps down. Right before I get to the runway, hit the throttle, and I'll pull a loop and then come around and land. I call it a loop and a landing. And they all tell me I'm crazy for doing it, but it puts on a good show. It looks kind of cool.
No doubt. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Not with a P-51.
That increases the pucker factor of landing.
I'm telling you, loop with a landing. It's pretty cool.
Would that be a Johnny Cash sound? Johnny Cash song?
That sounds like
everywhere, man. I fly everywhere.
That's good, Wayne. That's very
You like
good.
that? Yeah, I got my side. They call me Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Man.
But everything's been going great. I've just been working on airplanes, trying to rebuild a few here and there. I bought
what are you
back
working on?
I bought back another P-51, a Top Flight one that I built years ago. I sold it to a friend of mine, and he graciously, Tim Ott, super nice guy, great guy that is part of the Texas Warbird Thunder team. And we were at an event, and I was sitting there looking at it, licking my chops, and saying, "Man, I sure miss that plane." He says, "I'll sell it right back to you for what you sold it to me for."
Wow!
It's nose art on it. It's called the Lone Ranger, and it's got a picture of the Lone Ranger on the front, and that one's powered by G62, and it is a phenomenal plane. So just been working on getting these things kind of back up and going and stuff, and we'll be getting ready for Bomber Field coming up here soon.
Dave's RC, Dave's 3D Travel said they had 62 pilots at Shreveport.
That's a lot.
Okay, 62. I figured it would probably have been closer around 60. Yeah,
that's a lot. That's
awesome.
That is good. Is it a day event or is it a weekend or what?
Oh, those guys. There was guys there on Tuesday. It's a Friday, Saturday event, and there's guys that get there during the week on Tuesday that by the time I got there Thursday morning, that parking lot is taken up. All the RV spots are gone.
Wow.
It's incredible. And Thursday night, I'm telling you, they got a storm that came through there. It was raining sideways. They said 60-plus-mile-an-hour winds, knocked down a bunch of the pop-up tents and stuff. But the next morning, looked like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, like nothing happened.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of that around here lately, man.
You know, I know what happened there on Thursday night when that storm came through. Everybody in the
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, it's just a little cloud.
And I'll pass by.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. They were showing videos and stuff of it, and it was wow. It was raining sideways in there, but they've got a really good covered area in there, and they've got a big metal building that everybody can store their planes in. So everything's pretty darn safe. I think all the planes did good. It just knocked down some of the easy up canopies.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
So we got Bomber Field coming up in just a few weeks. So what are you taking out there with you?
Tell you what, everything that you see behind me, the 51s, the Corsair, I've got a Phoenix P40. I don't know if you knew this or not, but that video that you had me on here the last time with the B-17, I sold the plane.
What?
Oh.
Yes. You talking about the one with the yellow and everything on it?
I did. I sold it. I sold
what
it
is
to
wrong
a guy
with you?
over in Lockhart.
Are you on the hookah or what are you doing? Why'd you sell it?
I just
always
did.
regret it.
It was one of those. It was one of those where he had a lot more money and wanted it a lot worse.
well, they say everything's got a price tag, and it's also got a I don't want to sell it price tag.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You
that
wanna
plane was
sell it.
fantastic. And, I tell you what, speaking of bomber field, well, when y'all get ready to get on that, I got some funny stuff to tell you, but I've also got a picture to show you guys. You guys want to see something funny?
Yes.
Do
Absolutely.
you want to see a 40-year-old picture the day that I learned to fly? How about this? Let me see if I can get up there. Look at that.
Look
Look,
at
let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get it. How about them short shorts, baby? 40 years ago.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Is that
What's
crazy?
with the dark hair? I don't get it.
Isn't that crazy?
What's
My
with the
hair,
slim and
I
trim
can't
body? It's
remember
like
my
you
hair.
went to the. What plane is that?
That's an old, like an Avistar 40 or something.
Yeah, the old Avistar. So that was a hobby.
I'm sorry,
I'm guessing.
glare's kind of. I'm sorry.
Is that a Hobbyco Avistar?
I think so back then, but
Yeah,
my
pretty sure
dad brought that plane down to Austin to ARCA,
Wow.
and he's the one who got me hooked up with Lloyd Ligon at the ARCA field that I named the P-51 after Big Beautiful Lloyd, and Lloyd's the one who taught me to fly over 40 years ago. But that was that day, and there's a picture of that day of me. I know it's hard to see me, my dad, and my brother out there at the field that day.
Man, you all three have great tans.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
From standing outside flying.
I did bring some pictures. I'll see if I can
Bring
if y'all
them.
are able to see them. But I
Bring
brought some
'em.
pictures of Bomber Field to show you guys while we're talking about it.
Definitely, yeah.
Trying to
Got a couple people in here tonight. See, Winston is here tonight. He is actually president of a club that's probably about 2 hours from us, RDRC Flyers. I spoke with him earlier tonight, and they've got an event coming up next month as well. As
Is theirs at the same month as ours?
yeah, they have one
Is
in
it earlier?
September, and then they have one, I think, another one in October. I think
Is it before ours?
I think his is before ours, and because ours is the last weekend in September, and we were talking tonight for a while, and he's got some good ideas and some good things they do with their club. They've got 100 and nearly 50 members at their club.
wow.
Yeah, they got a big club. So yeah, appreciate you being here, Winston, and RC Pilot Will's in here, and he said it's September the 6th.
Yeah, so it is. It's like 3 weeks before ours.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of guys hanging out in here tonight, and we just appreciate all of them being here. I see Fitz is in here with Hobby View. Always a pleasure to have him here as well. He does some great content too. So I don't know if he'll go to Bomber Field this year or not.
Oh, Fitz is always there, and I tell you what, I love that guy to death. He goes to
he's
all
awesome.
the swap meet events, and he does live footage.
Yeah,
so we can all see the deals we're missing out on.
Well, that's the thing, man. He kept us live at Joe Nall, man, and that was great because when you can't get there, that's what I was telling these guys. Definitely catch the videos because Fitz was putting up great down the line and vendors row and talking to people. Yeah, did absolutely awesome videos. I felt like I was there, so it was a great time just seeing his stuff, and didn't have to be chased around in the mud and the rain, So that's always a good thing. But so any of these guys you see in here tonight, that if you have not checked out their channel, that guys definitely do it because they've got some great content and always putting up some good stuff. So Bomber Field, man, let's do it. Let's talk about it. That's going to be a big thing.
I tell you what, this is the 37th year of Bomber Field.
Wow,
coming in here in 2025, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to guess that I've probably been to Bomber Field somewhere between 25 and 30 years, I think, is how long I've been going. I'd have to look way back on some pictures of when my dad first took me there. And by the way, I love to show this. This is one of my favorite pictures. This is me and my dad at Bomber Field with both of our Byron's Corsairs.
Oh man, that's old school. Man. I had one of those.
I don't know if you can see that. I know there's a glare. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right.
But that's me and my dad. My dad passed away about 20 years ago, but he loved his Byron's Corsair, and I found one that was crashed and rebuilt it. And him and I used to fly together in formation, and we had a ball. But that picture, that's probably taken 30 some odd years ago at Bomber Field.
Wow.
Pretty awesome. But man, we have had nothing but a blast there. And this year's going to be, even bigger, badder, and more awesome because I've been hearing a lot of stories about B-17s that are coming to this. You know, the name
Oh
of the
yeah,
show.
we know a guy.
Yeah, we
You
know
know
a
a
guy.
guy that's coming.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Yeah.
He specializes in putting little bumps on the fuselage
Yeah.
and
Ah,
drinking a lot of alcoholic beverages.
well, I
While he
tell you
grows
what,
hair.
there's
I mean,
I
I don't know how
think
you do
I've
it. You got to be a special guy to do this. I
oh
couldn't
heck
do
yeah, for hours and hours and hours on
Hours.
end.
I think he
Now,
does it. I think he does it while he grows hair.
I don't know, but I just I'd rather be. That's 100 hours of flying.
Yeah,
you
but
could
you
have.
don't like putting a decal on.
I do
Nothing.
too. I love decals.
Well,
I can put decals on.
yeah, but you don't like to do any of that stuff. You
I
said
like
that.
the decals. I'll stick that on there. I can do
Well,
that. I
I
like
tell you what, the feedback I've been getting from guys, I've heard tell that we're going to have two of the giant 1/6 scale B-17s. David
Wow.
Kelly is bringing his, and then
Yeah.
David Kelly owned the original Memphis Belle one that was pulled from the molds that were used to make the models for the Memphis Belle movie.
Wow.
I believe he sold it to some guys in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, they've got it rebuilt, and they're supposed to be bringing it also. So that'll
Yeah,
be
David's
incredible.
been on the show with his plane, and we've seen the
Okay.
one he's got now, and it's beautiful, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, I tell you what, it was incredible to see the first one, and sadly, you know, he had a little bomber fill that crashed into the trees on landing, and he wound up selling it to the guys in I guess in over in Hawaii, and then I knew he wouldn't be able to stand it. I knew he'd build another one, and that new
Yeah.
one looks incredible.
Oh, it
But
does. The metal work. Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of B-17s this year, so I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say that we're going to have somewhere, if everybody will show up like they've kind of been saying, somewhere between 10 and 15 B-17s should be
Man,
there.
that's a lot.
Dang.
So that'll be incredible. That's kind of reminiscent of the old days when they would have upwards of 20 of them that would show
That's
up, and
just crazy.
that was very, very cool.
Can you imagine all those in the air at the same time?
How about it, man?
Hey, man, your plane's going down. No, that's not your plane. That's your plane.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what's kind of cool too. With that, you know, who's coming back, and I know he's watching tonight, and he's lucky. He's lucky I'm not coming for him this year. It's Mr. Ryan Lockhart, all the way out of Nebraska, the three-time defending Bomber Field B-17 champion.
Yeah.
He's won the big trophy 3 years in a row, and he's come. He was in Louisiana this last weekend with us.
Wow.
He came down all the way from Nebraska and flew. I actually got to fly his big F-7F Tiger Cat that he has, and had an absolute blast. But he's coming back to Bomber Field, so you're not going to want to miss his flights. That's going to be beautiful. Another cool airplane that's going to be showing up that I know Tim Ott that flies with us. He has got there is one only in existence, giant scale the 5F or XF5F Skyrocket.
Wow.
The giant skyrocket that was built by Stinger Wallace. Man, this plane is probably close to 40 years old. He's bringing it to the event. He's got it back. And then something else that's really cool that you guys, are y'all planning on trying to come this year?
Don't know yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Don't know yet.
If you do, my buddy that lives about 20 miles from me, I've helped him find this. He is actually going to be bringing to put on display an actual wartime used 1942 Ford GPW Jeep, fully outfitted with everything, including real 30 caliber Browning 1919 machine guns. Everything on that Jeep is real, and he's going to have it on display right there in front of the microphone deal, the announcer's booth. And it's I tell you what, we're trying to get as many people and as many different cool things for everybody to see. And I tell you, and he loves taking people for rides in that Jeep too. So man, if you guys show up, it is.
So if you pay an extra $5, you get to shoot it.
I think you know what we've talked about. I'm not sure if they'll let us do this or not, but he's got a ton. He's got like 200 rounds of blanks, and it would be fun to shoot that thing out into the grass or whatever. It's got a piece that screws on the end of it, like in the movies when they fire the weapons, how fire shoots out the front of it. He's got that piece when you shoot blanks, so fire shoots out the front of it. It's pretty cool. Beautiful Jeep though. Takes it to all kinds of parades. I go with him, and that thing it's really, really neat. It's a real one, a real 1942. So
they need to pull a big airplane in with that thing.
Wouldn't that be cool? Oh,
That would be
absolutely.
cool.
That would
Yeah.
be. That would be. Well, I tell you what, I would imagine, the flyovers that normally happen at Bomber Field, that if you're lucky enough to be there when some of the local guys around there do some flyovers with real P-51s, a
Yeah, they
fellow by
tried
the
that
name of
last year. Yeah, and
James
he couldn't do
Bohannon.
it because he thought he went over us anyway.
Well, James Bohannon, now he owns a real full-scale Corsair also.
Oh man.
So,
What
man,
was that
I tell
like?
you what, we might get to see that thing this year also. I'm not real sure when on his time and his schedule and stuff, but he loves to fly by Bomber Field when the event's going on, at least wave to
See, we've got
everybody.
Mr. Valverde in here tonight. He said he hopefully can make it this year.
Nice.
That would be good too. Yeah, he's got some awesome airplanes too now.
Yes, he does.
And I
Yes,
know
he
Phil
does.
Camp said he was going and bring his B-17
From New
Yep.
York.
Yeah.
From New York.
Phil's looks fantastic. He did
Oh,
a
it
great
does,
job
man.
on
And
it.
all the videos, it flies incredibly well.
There's a fellow by the name of Terry Monroe that put on the event at Sharks. He's got the Legend Hobby B-17 that he said will be ready to go for the show. So, like I said, I'm guessing if everybody gets them and we can get them to all show up, we're going to have somewhere between 10 and 15 B-17. This ought to be the biggest showing of B-17 that field's seen in a long time. Hopefully.
Wow, that'd be cool. I
Yeah.
wonder how many, because I bet Phil will. I wonder how many people will bring their big L-19s as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
there was a lot
Big
last
Legend
time.
Hobby one.
Yeah.
That plane's awesome. I know a good friend of mine that lives up in Hutto, Texas, has got one of them. The McDaniels, Evan McDaniel, he's got one that's really nice. I've flown that one before, and wow, what a beautiful flying plane.
Well, that's what I was talking to Winston about tonight. He wants one really bad, and I was telling him from what I've seen with the one we've got, which is the smaller one, he's wanting the 122-inch, and I was telling him about fields and everything, and everybody I've seen flying them just talks about how great they fly.
Oh, they're incredible planes. I couldn't believe just how gentle they land. I thought, I thought it'd be a little different. It wouldn't be as nice and easy as a Cub, but it is. That thing's just as gentle. The big one just floats in. Whoever designed it, great design on that plane. It flies great. Really, really.
Well, the wings on those are huge, especially the biggest one they make. What's the biggest?
Like 153?
Yeah, 153
Something
inch.
like that.
It's actually out of stock right now, I believe, on Legend Hobby. The 122 is in stock. But I mean, you're talking wings that are big as picnic tables, practically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're huge.
that's the one that my buddy has, that 150-inch one, and he's got some big, giant twin-cylinder engine on it. I don't remember what he's got on, but he's actually run it out of gas twice and landed it with no problem. He's like, "Oh, this thing floats in so easy, man." It climbs
I could see
I think
that.
it's got 6,000 square inches of wing, so I'm pretty sure he's got plenty of wing to carry it on down.
6,000.
That's a guess.
It's a lot.
I was
You might as well just say 25 square feet.
Yeah.
30 square feet.
Yeah. That's big. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be a lot of those, and and probably P-51s. Because Legends got their P-51s that came out a while back, and there'll probably be some. I'd like to see some nice composite warbirds as well too. I love the composite stuff, man.
Oh, absolutely. What's the story on the big B-29? I can't. What is his name?
I know you're talking about, and I cannot think of it.
I saw it get test flown and everything, and boy, I tell you what, you talk about it would be so awesome if we could get him to bring it to Bomber Field. I know it's a long trip, and he put a ton of time and effort, but man, that
thing sounds amazing, man.
Yes, it does. The big twin cylinders he's got in it.
Yes.
Who was it originally owned by? I can't.
I think it was somebody in England, wasn't it?
I think it's got a back. Thomas.
Well, it was crashed, and he bought it.
Right.
And rebuilt it all. I can't think of the fellow's name.
You're saying Thomas.
The big B-29, the giant B-29. That was
Phil. Who is that has that big plane? I can't think of his name.
Mac Hodges.
Mac Hodges.
Mac Hodges was the original owner. That's right. There we go. I couldn't think of his name, But I got to see it fly when he would do all the aerobatics and stuff with it. And the guy that rebuilt it now, what a beautiful job he did.
Yeah, isn't it like 12 grand per landing gear? Isn't it like 12 grand?
Oh,
he
yeah.
spent
He
on,
did.
on each side. Oh, 12 grand. My pickup was only $2,100.
Yeah, his son wanted him to buy that airplane.
That's right. His son kept poking
Yeah.
him to buy that. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And
I tell you what, it wound up in the right hands. What a beautiful job. he
Yeah,
did.
all that time he's put in there.
Yeah.
Forget the money, the
Mhm.
time.
Have you seen the detail in the cockpit and everything?
Oh, yeah.
He did? I mean,
Yeah. I
it's
watched all the
incredible.
build video stuff that he had. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow.
That's an amazing plane. So yeah, so how many people are you thinking in general like they'll have as far as spectators and everything over? Because isn't it a week-long event?
Yeah, Bomber Field is actually from the 17th to the 20th, so it's, I guess, technically 3 or 4 days there. But here's what's gotten crazy and funny about Bomber Field. It's become so popular that all of us guys that are, retired or have travel trailers and stuff like that, in order to get a good spot,
Yeah.
you have to take your trailer down there a week ahead of time. That is you have to go down there, set it up, put it in place. If you're going to get one of the electrical hookups and stuff, I mean, you've got to be there the weekend before the event, or you're going to have to be parking out in the parking lot somewhere else and not have any hookups. But that's and weather permitting, which Bomber Field has always been great because even if there's any chances of rain, that stuff doesn't last very long. It runs off pretty good, and the events you just fly in between the rain sometime, but pilot wise, Bomber Field is normally it's over 100 pilots at the B-17 gathering. It's somewhere between 100, 110 pilots normally, and the spectators on Friday and Saturday, unbelievable. I mean,
it's packed. That whole upper deck is solid. Everybody's
didn't Tomas say last year they had between 4,000 and 5,000?
It was a lot. It was a lot
coming in and out.
At least, and it's just pretty much the big event in Texas, and
I can do that too.
I'm trying to keep it from the light from glaring on you guys.
Me too.
Terrible lighting in this room, but the turnout is just phenomenal. If you want to see some of the most incredible planes here in Texas, the largest ones. I know a guy by the name of Jim McWilliams. He's got one of those giant Hempel half-scale Cubs that's done up in the Navy NE1 colors that will be there. That thing is just
exactly the same one.
Yeah, Our president at our club's got that same airplane.
Yeah, 50%. Yeah, it's massive.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It just floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee.
He comes in, does one wheel touches, and does all kind of showing off with it, and it just flies.
I tell him all the time he needs to install a real La Cucaracha horn in it as he goes flying by. Air horn in that darn thing.
Exactly.
But it is beautiful when he flies. He's got smoke on it, and he does a phenomenal job flying the darn thing. But all of us Texas Warbird Thunder guys will be there. We've all finally getting a bunch of airplanes back together, and man, we're just having an absolute ball. Like I said, Louisiana was a blast, and all everybody could talk about when it was over is, okay, now it's time for Bomber Field. Get them ready. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
And not to mention, you got 12-foot pizzas.
Oh yeah, and how cool of Tomas to do that every year. When that guy rolls up with that trailer, oh man, you're going to be eating good. That pizza is fantastic. That's probably the best pizza sauce I've ever tasted that guy uses on the darn thing, and just
you must have got a piece where the dirt was coming by, where everybody drives by and that dry dirt goes on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Little grit.
It's
a little gritty, but hey, man, it's great. I had 3 pieces. It was good. I like the brisket side.
And
brisket
George
on it is fantastic.
George said that Thomas Kurt has the B-29.
Thomas Kurt. Okay. I couldn't think of his name, but man, that guy, what a phenomenal job. That's really cool to see that plane back and flying.
And Tim Toutant was talking about the half scale B-17. He said it was at Oshkosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Half scale, like, was that the Bally's bomber? Is that what he's talking about?
Oh no, that's the full scale. Well, that's a.
Yeah, but he said right there. He said, how about the half scale B-25, but then he corrected and said B-17.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They said-
isn't there a Bailey's bomber?
Yeah, that
passed
guy
away?
that passed away. Yeah, and they said that thing was way underpowered, but I think he's talking model, right? Not a real
Yeah, he's
one.
talking model. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there one that big? Holy cow.
Yeah. He said it was at Oshkosh.
Wow.
Time
Well,
to show some pictures. I don't want to
I'm
hear
telling
word. I
you,
want to see
I want
photographs.
to see it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He said
Well,
it had
I
a
tell you-
single pilot in it.
Oh yeah, that's the Bailey bomber then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, the Bailey bomber. I
Yeah, the
watched
guy that
that
built
thing.
it in his own garage.
That's very cool. What a project for somebody to do like that. You talk about
You
determination.
got to be committed.
Well, you know, I've seen there's a guy on Facebook that's built a massive remote control Zero that he can actually ride in. There's another guy that's built a massive Corsair in his garage that he can ride in. And they're both remote control.
Is the one called the War Corsair? Is that the one? Maybe.
No, I know what you're talking about. I
I've
don't
seen
know,
a guy that built the one called a War Corsair.
Yeah,
he
I
banged
just
it
seen
up
that
a
the
little
other
bit.
day.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, that big green Zero that the guys
I've seen that one too. And it's full scale.
Yeah, practically, yeah. And it's
Yeah, I
remote
mean, it's
control.
crazy. I'm going, why are we building? But anyway, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how they say you're committed to whatever that you're building, and then after that, you get committed. You get the padded rooms. You get the white suit where your arms go like this because it's nuts. I mean, you think about all the time and the money, but that's great. I mean, it's like their therapy. It's better than going talking to the shrink. And cheaper.
Better than drugs too. You get a bigger high off of it, and you do drugs.
I guess.
I tell you what, these guys with the super giant scale, the 6 scale B-17s. There's another one that I'm not sure how. Barry Rayburn, that was the president of Bomber Field a couple of times. He's got a 6 scale B-17 he's been working on for a while, and we were hoping to see it last year, and I think it got kind of put to the side because he got married, and get a new wife.
Oh,
And
yeah, that ruins
get,
everything.
Kind of get used to that, and so hopefully he's still hammering on that thing. But I mean, the wingspan on it when they show it is it's like, how do you even work on that kind of stuff?
Well, he was going to build. He was going to build a Mustang.
I just pulled the picture up,
and I mean, it was the all the stuff he had cut out for it. It's massive, man. I mean, it is just incredibly huge.
Wow.
He said it needed 13-inch car tires for landing.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I got a picture of it right here in the rough.
Yeah, I mean,
I got to find the one where the wing was standing up. Hold on a second.
What was
Talk
the
amongst
wingspan?
yourself.
What was the wingspan going to be?
219.
219.
Yeah, all it was a blowing up Zeroli twice, and I got a picture of it right here. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Well,
Got a picture of him sitting in it one night.
all right. This is Marshall, and he's the original P-51 freak. Anyway, that's the fuselage. Sitting in the back of his truck. I'm trying to get it to where it'll zoom in correctly. This Canon Barbie cam has never worked correctly, but there you go. You can see that. But there's the center section, and then there's the fuselage, and then all the wonderful parts anyway, the fuselage alone, in a single car garage, the nose touches the front of the garage and the tail touches the door.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I got suckered into it because he goes, I don't have enough money to pay for the plans on eBay. I said, all right, I'll buy it. And then I'll give you that. Well, they came to my house and I'm looking at all these plans. The wing cord thickness is like 10, 15, whatever it is. It's just, it's half scale. And it's just like, so I got all the way down where I built the fuselage, built the wing, did all the rough stuff. And then I started getting into the engineering part. Then you got all the LMA and all this and 17 giant scale servos. And then the one flap is bigger than whatever I'm flying, the wing. And it's just way beyond my capacity financially because I'm Ashtray Aviation.
Yeah.
And whatever money I have, I get spent. So anyway, I gave it all back to him. I said, here you go, man. But anyway, he owns 20 P-51s and only one works as far as I know.
Wow.
And but anyway, I have a wing. There's a really good picture where he's standing next to the wing, and you'll see this just how incredibly tall it is. As soon as I find it, hold on, I got to get to my only.
He sent me a picture one night with it in his garage. He was sitting in the fuselage.
That was in my house.
And I'm going.
Yeah, I was literally inside. I'm coming up on.
But he was saying the biggest problem was finding a covering for it that wasn't super
Well,
heavy
yeah,
and
because
looked
we,
good.
that's where you get all the engineering. And I'm not
You
about
know?
to fly something to have someone else crash into somebody, something. I'm not into that. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to be any part of that.
That is a monster. Wow.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
picture here.
I was telling the guys, as you may saw when we come on tonight, this thing behind us here that I airbrushed and painted. Thomas asked me a couple of months ago, maybe longer, when he heard me talking about airbrushing on here. When I was like, "Hey, you think you could airbrush me this particular B-17 on one of these tool chests from Harbor Freight if I send it to you?" And I'm like, "Well, I'll do the best I can." He said, "Well, I want to have it for Bomber Field." And I'm like, "Okay." So he said, "It's the Thunderbirds." He said, "They're going to retire this real airplane to a museum." He said, "And I want to have it painted on this thing." So I said, "Well, send me the pictures." So that's what he
Wow.
did. So he hadn't really seen it up close like this until tonight. So
That's
and
awesome.
so
That's awesome. All hand.
There you go.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I was very gullible and dumb, and I was all
Wow.
excited at the same time. I was thinking maybe the quad ZDZ 500cc swinging what's half scale? I think half scale is like a 5-foot prop. I don't know. It's so far beyond my competence in engineering where I never graduated from high school.
yeah.
I just said, I'll just give
Do
it
you
back to
guys,
you and take it from here.
do you guys like stories? I mean, the history of bomber field stuff, when talking about giant airplanes like that.
Sure.
Back in the day, that big y'all probably saw while you were there and heard the stories about the Russian bear that BB Weber built. That's hanging in the Quonset hut there. The giant Russian bear that's it's all falling apart now. There was an airplane that was built at Bomber Field back 30 years ago, plus years ago. I'll never forget this. This guy was building it was a British bomber, a 4-engine bomber, and I can't think of the name.
The
Avro Lancaster, thank you.
Yeah.
It's an Avro Lancaster, and he was building this thing. It was so big that you could put a 5th scale airplane under each wing and still be able to sit under there in the shade. This thing was a monster. He put 4 G62s in it.
Wow.
Got this thing all built, and I mean, this was back in the days of FM. You were just hoping that your plane came back because it was everything. We were having
72 megahertz.
72 megahertz. When he finally got that plane ready to go, I was there. I hope anybody on here that's watching this might remember this, but he took off down Bomber Field and it started turning left. The plane just full throttle barely cleared the barbed wire fence across the runway. He got it up in the air. He made one turn 1, turn 2. He came back around in turn 3 and was trying to come back towards the runway. And I heard him yell, "I ain't got it. I ain't got it."
Man.
And when that plane, I mean, you talk about wide open, as big and heavy as it was. I don't even know the weight of it, but he made one lap around the field. And when it hit the debris field, I could not, but it looked like a real giant scale plane going in. I mean, it scattered stuff everywhere. What a heartbreaker. But I hope maybe there's some guys on here that will remember that he made one lap around the field. I don't remember his name, but I have in my old photographs pictures of that plane, us sitting under the wing of the darn thing at Bomber Field back then. So just kind of a neat piece of history.
Lancasters were hard to fly anyway. I had a foam version of that plane.
Oh, really?
And you definitely had to have differential thrust because it just didn't fly well without it. Wow. And it was a cool looking plane. It kind of reminded me of like what is a B-25 a little bit.
Okay,
that's what it was.
Well, yeah, because you had your outward verticals on the ends.
Yeah,
it's funky looking.
And this one didn't have rudders. So all you had was elevator and ailerons.
Oh, the one you were flying.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder you had no control.
Yeah, but so you had to use differential thrust to get a good turn because when you go into an aileron turn, it wanted to, really. So you didn't have rudders to compensate with. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So yeah, it was crazy.
Well, back then also giant scale airplanes at Bomber Field. I like I said, I pulled out a couple of pictures. There was only one time in the history of Bomber Field that 3 giant scale F7F Tiger Cats showed up.
Wow.
The big twin engines, and my dad's was one of them. Now, I hadn't been flying giant scale very long, But these two others showed up, a guy by the name of Rick Michelina from down in the valley and a guy named Bob Buckby had one. And these were all made by Mod Air Industries. Well, my dad bought one. He had it ready to go. First time 3 of them had ever showed up, and everybody there got excited. BB was like, we want to get you guys to fly them together. It's so awesome, so awesome. My dad goes, well, guess what, Randy? You're going to fly it. Because he was worried, and I said, no way, Dad. He goes, no, you're going to put it up in the air and fly it. Here's a picture of it.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but it was done up in the Night Fighter version, the black one.
Wow, that's nice.
And it had G62s on it.
Yeah, that's big.
I took off down the runway. It was the first time we had ever flown 3 of them together. And when it was time to land, something was wrong with my dad's. I was like, Dad, it's flying weird. It's not flying right. Something's wrong. And I'm keeping it up there. I'm doing fine. He goes, well, get it. The other 2 guys were trying to come into land, Bob Buckby and Rick Michelin, and they landed. And I came around, put it into the wind, and it was acting really crazy, brought it in, set it down, didn't bounce it. It did real good. And when I turned it back towards us, the left aileron was hanging by the linkage. So I was like, okay, well, that was a good one. And I didn't realize, I went up to the plane and I got to looking at it. I said, are these fiberglass hinges? And he said, well, yeah. And I said, oh, my gosh, Dad, those don't do any good on a giant scale twin. You know, as far as vibration, they crack and they break. Don't use those. And so we pulled all of them out of the plane and put Robart hinge points in it after that. But that was really.
Why do you think he told you he wanted you to fly it? He knew
you had
fiberglass hinges, and he did not want to be responsible for that.
Had that plane gone in, I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys today. He would have skinned me alive.
I think, isn't it George Valverde that's got the nice F7F?
Yeah,
he's got a nice size one too.
Everything's electric.
Which now I got to say, I got the foam version of it, and I love mine, and it flies incredibly well. I can pull that plane out on the windiest day and fly that plane, and it will handle any wind, and it always presents well, flies well. But yes, as Fitz was saying, you have to use adverse yaw in a turn because you need the rudders with that airplane. But I'm telling you, man, if the big ones like what you had fly as good as the foam ones, I'd love to have a big one day.
Well, when we were in Louisiana, Ryan Lockhart, the 3-time defending champion with a B-17, he's got a big F7F Tiger Cat. He said the name of it, and I don't remember. It's not a name that sounds normal. But I've seen him. That plane flies so nice, and he does such a beautiful job of flying it. I walked out there with him, and he took it off, and he goes, "Here, Randy, you fly it." Oh gosh, okay. I always try to say no because if something goes wrong, I don't want to feel bad. And he goes, "No, fly it. Check it out." And so I'm cruising it around, and the next thing he goes, this plane has never done a loop since I've owned it.
Oh, God.
Why don't you do it?
Okay. He goes, well, give it a try and pull it through. It did beautiful. He says, it's been aileron rolled. It hasn't been looped or anything. Did that. It put me on the spot, kind of made my thumbs. I had to make sure my thumbs were working good. And that plane, I hand it back to him, and he just greases it in every time. That plane is beautiful. Hopefully he'll post up here what the model is and what engines he has in it. But man, what a phenomenal plane. It's beautiful. Flies great. Great. Tiger Cats are good planes.
Yeah, I love mine.
Can we take a commercial break for just 10 seconds?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Carl Zalvani cornered me and he said he wanted me to plug our World Champions American F3A World Championship. We took first place in team and first place and in the personal, and we beat the pants off the world. I don't know how long it's been since we won, but it's been a long time. So Andrew Jeske, I think, is the single guy that won the best. And I forgot the other guys that are on here, but Japan took second and Austria took third. But we won, and I'm giving them the plug. I told them I'd do it. I'm proud of our guys. They beat the pants off everybody. Okay, back to Warbird.
Yes.
Yeah.
I promised I'd say that.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, anytime we win, that's good.
It's great.
Heck yeah. I go to these events nowadays, and I'll show you one more picture. I don't want to bore y'all with this.
It's
just Bomber Field history, and I really do love it. Ryan just sent me a message. He said it's a CBA model. It's 97-inch. That Tiger Cat he
Wow.
flies. I've
That's
never
big.
even heard of
Dang.
it.
That's big.
Yeah, I think
But
George said he has the ESM F7F.
Yes. There it is.
guess who that is? About 30 years ago at Bomber Field with a 102-inch wingspan P40 that was
Man, is
made
that
by
scratch built?
D&W fiberglass.
That's scratch built?
It was a fiberglass fuselage and a foam core wing. I bought that plane
who's
crashed. It had been bellied in and crashed, and I rebuilt it and flew it for the next couple of years at Bomber Field. It was
Wow. So is that somebody's kit, or did you guys scratch built it, the plug, the whole deal?
Yeah, it was made by a company called D&W Fiberglass that went out of business a long time ago.
Yeah, you can't make any money in models. You just can't.
But it had a one of those orange block Sachs 4.2s in it, and
Yeah,
I flew that thing
that's old
a
school,
bunch
the
at
German.
Bomber Field.
Yeah, that's nice.
Do you guys like unusual planes? Like I had a really good.
I have a flying door, so if that qualifies.
Hey, there you go. Well, I had a really good friend that we flew together at Bomber Field. He's passed away now. His name was Fritz Schutzenberg, German as he could be.
Wow.
But this is a picture of the day that me and Fritz both won some awards there. Look, can you tell what his plane is there?
Yeah, I know. That's that funky. I know what it is.
It's called a Jeep.
That is
It's a-
funky
That's
looking.
true.
It's a twin-engine Jeep is what they called it. I can't remember the designation, but that's taken at Bomber Field also over 30 years ago.
Wow.
Dang.
But I just show. Again, don't mean to bore you. I'm just showing you some.
Boy,
Oh,
what are you
no,
talking
we
about?
love seeing them, man. Bring it on.
Bring them on. As long as they
Yeah.
got clothes on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love seeing the planes, man.
Okay. Then one more.
Yeah.
No, 10 more.
This is me and my dad with a giant scale. I think it's Holman.
Yeah.
Was the
Holman
manufacturer. How about the done up in the Blue Angels, the Beetle Bomb scheme, the
Bearcat.
Bearcat that they flew. That's
Oh,
me and my
man.
dad there over 30 years ago.
Dang.
That's when you had 3-foot long antennas.
I'm telling you, man, it was. Oh, and guess what? Guess who got to fly the plane that day because he didn't want to.
You did.
And I'm telling you, my dad, he would put me on the spot, and he's like, Randy, he goes, I want you to fly it. You know, your thumbs are a little better. And I said, yeah, but the only plane of his I ever crashed was a Focke-Wulf 190 that he only paid $600 for it. So he let me off easy on that one with just a slap on the head.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of money then too.
And I had it inverted over the field, and the engine died, and I couldn't make it back, and I stalled it.
What
and
were you
crashed it.
doing with it inverted over the field?
Exactly, and that was his question. You knucklehead, what are you doing?
You know how many egos kill guys? Everyone.
That plane you just showed looks a lot like a T-28 airframe.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, short coupled.
Yeah, it was a beautiful flying plane. It had a big Sachs
What else you
4.2
got?
on it.
What other ones you got?
Well, let's see.
Show us those bankruptcy statements.
Well, here's a picture. Here's a picture of me and my dad with the Corsairs again.
Yes. Did you ever make it to Byron's? Did you ever go?
No, I never made that show, man. God dang it. I saw all the videos of it, and I just the striking back that they did. There's another picture of the T-40. Like I said, back when my hair had color.
You have muscles.
Wait a minute. I want to show you all this, though, since Ryan Lockhart is watching.
Bring it on. We'll go till 12 midnight. You keep bringing pictures out.
No, I just want to show y'all the last time that I was able to win the B-17 trophy at Bomber Field before Ryan Lockhart came along and
that was
the
before
new king of the ring. He became the new B-17 champion, and I tell you what, there isn't a nicer person that deserves it than him, Ryan Lockhart. What a great guy.
Isn't he in the Air Force?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Ryan was.
He's kind of a tall guy, right?
Yeah, kind of a tall guy.
Because I talked to him a bunch while I was there, and I think he is in the Air Force or was in the Air Force. I don't know if he's still currently there.
Well, he is. What a. I mean, he drives all the way down from Nebraska. What a fantastic guy! Just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. A fantastic builder, an ace pilot. I mean, he's just a total package there. And if there's anybody I want to lose to, it's him. It's him.
Hey, if you got to lose, you might as well lose to somebody
To
that's
the
got it going
best.
on. That's right.
That's the best. That's right. That's
Yeah, Dave
exactly.
said I won't. Mine won't be flight ready, but I'll try to have my 17 there for display. Hey
Oh,
man,
okay.
that's
Okay.
cool.
Dave Kelly. Nice.
Dave's
Nice.
3D travel. Let's see. Ryan has helped me on mine on with George Phil Camp. Yeah, Phil will bring the guitar and his planes and
Wife
yeah,
and his Volkswagen and his guitar,
tacos.
tacos.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So, what other food do they have at this event besides 12-foot pizza?
Oh, they got everything: hamburgers, hot dogs.
They got it
You
all.
name it.
They have the famous, yeah, the famous Bomberfield burger deal,
They're
which is
good.
Yeah.
fantastic. And they always do like grilled vegetables on the burger that are fantastic. They really are good.
Yeah,
They
don't
always
they
have
sell
really good
barbecue
food
plates
there.
as well? I remember a barbecue plate.
There was Randy Rich, who owns a hobby shop in Houston. They also have a competitive barbecue team that
Yeah.
they do championship stuff. Sometimes they'll get him to come out. I haven't seen their schedule yet or no, but usually he'll bring out his catering truck and they'll sell barbecue plates maybe one night also.
Yeah, I think I went
Cool.
one night. I don't know if it was him. It must have been because
Oh
it was
yeah,
good. I can tell you that.
fantastic food.
Loved it.
Absolutely
Well,
fantastic.
that's going to be September 17th through the 20th. But hey, if you want to come all week, come on, bring your
Yes.
trailer, get down there, get a good place to park,
Yep.
and have some good fellowship, hang out, some good food, and you'll see some
Tell
great.
lies.
Yeah,
There's
you get to
nothing
see
better than
some
listen to someone else lie
great
about how good they are.
airplanes, and get to meet some great people there that you've probably seen here on the show. And Randy
Absolutely.
will be there, Phil
Yep.
Camp will be there, so you'll see some big names
I
there.
can't believe you sold your 17. I still can't believe you sold your 17.
You know what? Again, I regret it all the time. I do, and I just
He
I've
regretted
got
it all the way to the bank.
Yeah, I
but
know.
I will say this. I will say this. Don't tell anybody. Okay,
Okay,
keep
I'm
this on the
listening.
down low. Keep this on the down low. I have my eye on a big Don Smith B-17. I know you're
Oh
looking
my
at it.
goodness. What's the
Oh,
wingspan on that?
That one is 100 and 139.
So just a
wow.
slightly smaller, or is that
Well, the Legend Hobby is 120 inch, and
okay? So it's bigger.
the Don Smith is bigger. It's 139 inch
So
wingspan.
that's old school.
It's actually a ninth scale. Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school.
Uh huh.
Wow.
And it's a little bit bigger. I know where one is hiding in a guy's shop
Oh, see that?
that I
Always with
actually built years ago, and he's flown it twice, but I can't seem to get him to bring the plane out. And we've talked back and forth a few times through the years, and maybe I'll get back on the sticks of that one at some point. We'll see.
there you go. Well, cool guys. So if y'all can get down there, definitely make your plans to go and show up and meet some great people and build some new relationships, fly some planes. If you can bring a plane, bring one. You'll have a great time. And then, like I said, September the 6th is RDRC's fly in at their field. Winston is the president there. If you got any questions, I'm sure you can reach out to them. Our fly in is the last weekend of September. That is our Big Bird Warbird Classic. And we normally have we had about 60 pilots last year came
Wow.
out for that one. And we had a big turnout and a lot of great food. We normally have barbecue. Legend Hobby always sponsors us with great raffle prizes and an airplane typically and some shirts and things like that. So we always have good stuff that we raffle and give away for the club. And we appreciate everything that Tomas and Legend Hobby and High Tech, got zoomrc.net, Scale RC Engines, normally who else we got? HRB. I mean, we just got some great sponsors, man, and they all always do great stuff for the club that helps us out. And that's how we raise money and put on these events.
Besides your
So-
OnlyFans page.
Yeah, well, that one doesn't help any these days. AI's taking that one over, you know.
Yeah, I know they're all going to lose their job.
Yeah.
And you know the best part about AI OnlyFans?
Mm,
They never age.
They
exactly.
never get older.
Yeah.
The
So
money just keeps coming in.
Yeah.
Man, she hasn't changed in 5 years. She
Yeah.
looks really good.
And I
That's
think-
because the same girl.
I know. And I think Phil Camp's going to be on here next week.
Phil Camp's got an
Nice.
OnlyFans
So
page?
no, on here.
Oh.
Here. So if you guys are available next week, be sure to tune in because, like I said, leading up to Bomberfield, we got some great stuff coming. And Randy, we definitely want to have you back up here again, man. This has
Yeah,
been
more
a hoot.
pictures. See what you need to do is you're gonna
Yeah.
have to have 100 pictures.
You got to dig in the archive.
Yes, and you're gonna have them
Anytime.
chronologically ordered.
Yeah, man.
Anytime, please. You guys call on me anytime you want me there. And again, thank y'all so much for what you guys do. Bomber Field is going to be great this year. You know, again, Tomas, like you said, what a fantastic sponsor the last couple of years. Their raffle prize has been one of his giant B-17s.
Wow.
So be sure
That's
and
a lot
buy
of
your
money.
raffle tickets for that. And they always have a huge, good raffle deal there. So be sure and come out and be a part of it. And we hope to see you guys there also. If y'all can make it, love to see y'all.
Yeah.
And I'll be on your show anytime you want me, guys.
Hey, man, well, we love it. And stick around for a minute, and I'm going to tell the guys bye, and we'll be right back. But thank you for being here and hanging out with us tonight. I'll be right back. All right, fellas. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Obviously, you did. Looks like we had a great turnout, great crowd. You guys love talking the warbirds and things like that. We appreciate everybody for being here and always showing support. You guys are what make us here every week because, you know, without y'all, we wouldn't need to be here hanging out.
Ashtray Aviation.
Yeah. So, and Winston has put up his website if you guys want to check in on that. And
www.rd-rc.com.
And definitely check that out. Like I said, they've got their event coming up, and it should be a good one according to him. And he's got his eye on the L19. I don't know what you're talking about. But hopefully you guys can get down there to them too. If you're in the North Carolina area, they're about 2 hours roughly from Greenville. And our fly-in is in Kinston, North Carolina, the last weekend of September. And we'll be having some good stuff there too, guys. And like I said, always great food, great raffle prizes, great flying. The field is always
clean
nice.
restrooms.
Yes, we have a his and hers.
Is that what that one was?
Don't we?
How come we don't have an arcade machine in ours?
I know, well, you know, but just don't eat the rock candy in the urinal. It ain't no good.
Is that what that is?
But we got
it was a mint.
a lot of large covered area, a lot of receptacles. We got power all the way down the line, lights for nighttime. So you guys can come and hang out and plug in and stay in your campers, your trailers, whatever you want to do, as long as you want to, I guess. I don't know. But we will definitely have a good time. Hope you guys can make it down. And like I said, thanks to Mr. Randy Larson for being here with us tonight. We always appreciate his support. And thanks so much to Tomas over at Legend Hobby for all he does for us and being a big part of this show. That's why we're here as well. So you guys have a great, safe, fun week. Enjoy some flying if you can. If you're near the coast from, say, Florida up past North Carolina,
Aaron will
be careful because we're worried about that too. So prayers going out to everybody and best of luck. Stay safe. And we'll see you right here next week, same time. And you guys take care, be safe, and happy flying in blue skies.